as people are thinking about this and listening to this, there's your course. Obviously, they teach at Stanford and only Stanford students can take that. There's your book, obviously. Is there anything else, if there's nothing, that's totally fine, that you point people to get to actually practice these outside of the workplace? Are there courses that anyone can take that you recommend? Anything else you can point people to?
Absolutely. There are a lot of resources out there. So one, I'm a huge proponent and a former member of Toastmasters. I think Toastmasters is a wonderful organization designed primarily to give you the reps, right? They do some teaching, but it's really to give you the reps. So I highly recommend Toastmasters. Improvisation is another way to get comfortable with these skills. When people hear improv, they think, oh, I got to be funny and it's about performing, and it's not. Improv is really just about being more comfortable, being present, and really focusing on collaborating with others. And then there are courses. So you mentioned obviously that people have to be MBA students to take my MBA class, but Stanford and other institutions have continuing studies classes or extension classes that are open to the community. So I every quarter teach a class that's open to anybody who registers all over the world. It's virtual. I have students this very quarter who take a class on a Monday night Pacific time, 7 p.m. I've got somebody in Egypt. I have somebody in China. So there are ways to take advantage of things happening at universities without being an enrolled student. So I would point people to all of those. And then clearly listening to podcasts, reading books, checking out blogs and videos can be really helpful.
I think to your point, it's like you can read about this and listen to podcasts all you want, but you're not going to actually get that much better. And with your course, I imagine there's practice you're doing as a part of the course.
Everything is applied. The only way to get better at communication is to do communication, to watch communication. And that's why in the books I write, I have these try this. It's literally put the book down, go do this, and then come back, because that's how you learn communication. And so, yes, any avenue to help you get the reps is going to be helpful.
I'll be honest, I did none of the try this. I'm just like, that's too much work. So I think that's why it's important to take something where you have to do it, because it's too easy. Just like, yeah.
So there are, but you're not the first person to say that they don't take the time to do that. There are others who say they really appreciate that. And for people such as yourself, at the very end of my book, I have a QR code that takes you to a bunch of videos. So if you don't want to do it yourself, you can actually watch people do it or watch me do it. And so that's at least better than not doing any of it.
Awesome. I'll also give a shout out to Toastmasters. I did Toastmasters for a while. Yeah. And two things there. One is there's a special focus on the spot speaking. That's a part of the sequence.